AmaZulu King MisuZulu KaZwelithini will today continue with sacred pre-coronation rituals in Nongoma in northern KwaZulu-Natal. The traditional customs began last night at KwaKhangelamankengane Royal Palace. It involves the new monarch significantly being introduced to the ancestors at a kraal. Let's now cross to our reporters in Nongoma, Simphiwe, Makhanya and Bongani, Gema. Gentlemen, a very good morning to you. A warm welcome to Morning Live. Looking dapper this morning. Simphiwe, give us a brief synopsis of what we can expect this morning.
Good morning to you, Lebo, and to the viewers as well at home. Well, there's already a hive of activity outside KwaKhangelamankengane Royal Palace this morning. The sun is slowly coming up, Lebo, but it's still a little bit chilly from where we are. So as the day progresses, it is promising to be a really hot day in this area where we are. As you rightfully said in your introduction, Lebo, we are expecting about 30,000 people to converge here as they witness the history when the Isilo Samabandla, that's King MisuZulu KaZwelithini, will officially enter the kraal here at KwaKhangelamankengane. This is a significant step, Lebo, for His Majesty as he now embarks on this journey, because after this process that is going to be taking place today, the only step now that is going to be left is for him to actually be coronated, and we do understand that that process of planning for that big event has already begun in earnest as we speak. But in terms of the proceedings today, Lebo, I'm not alone, of course. I'm joined by my colleague, that's Bongani Gema, who has been following developments of this particular story where we are. Gema, thank you very much for your time. It's been a long journey if you look at what has transpired up to now. Give us a sense of what we can expect today.
Well, Makhanya, a lot has been said about the importance of what's going to be happening here today. What we are expecting to see is that, you remember yesterday we were told that the kingdom of Malawi is going to be part of the proceedings. The kingdom of Zambia is going to be part of the proceedings, and other local chiefs here in our country are going to be coming here to the palace also to be part of the ceremony that is going to be taking place. We're expecting government dignitaries to also make their way here. But we were told, or the program says, that at around 11 o'clock or around the midday, the king is going to come out and enter a kraal that is just on my left-hand side here. He will going to be accompanied by other members of the royal household. Unfortunately, the media is not going to be able to be part of whatever is going to be taking place inside that kraal. But we understand that while he's inside the kraal, he's going to be introduced to his ancestors as the leader of the Zulu nation. That is King MisuZulu. Someone may ask, now, who is King MisuZulu? Well, understand the 48-year-old King MisuZulu was born here in our country, left South Africa when he was around 5 years old to the kingdom of Eswatini. When he completed his schooling, when he came back when he was 11, he then continued studying here in the country, and then he completed his matric at St. Charles College in Pietermaritzburg, and then that's where he then moved to America on a scholarship that is given to the children of the kingdom of Eswatini and other residents of Eswatini to America, where he then completed his studies. He returned after about 10 years, urged by his father to come back to the country. That's when he then decided to live a life out of the public eye as a businessman, I understand. And then after the passing of his mother, we know that his mother was the regent, Queen Mansombe Dlamini Zulu, who was appointed regent by the will of the late King MisuZulu Zulu. So after the passing of his mother, then the king took over the throne. He hasn't been coronated yet, but according to Zulu custom, he's already on the throne.
Gema, let's look at the divisions that still exist. I mean, amongst some senior members of the royal family. You have two other names that have been put forward as possible candidates for this very crucial position. What does this say about what we can expect today, and also the state of the AmaZulu royal household?
Well, Makhanya, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see the people from the royal house who are going to be part of today's proceedings. You know that Prince Magate, he's the eldest son, or the living son of the late king. He also took part in a similar ceremony last week. Recently, we heard another faction nominating Prince Buzabazi also to take over the throne. So it's going to be interesting who's going to be part of today's proceedings. But you know that divisions have always been there since the passing of the king, because you know that the will of the late king is also currently being contested. A challenge was brought to the Pietermaritzburg High Court by the Queen Sibongile Dlamini Zulu at the Pietermaritzburg High Court to challenge the will, wanting 50% of the late king's estates. That was dismissed. We now know that that is going to be appealed. There are also other court cases on Makhanya about the signature that was found to have been forged. That is expected to go on trial. We're also expecting the review of the president's decision to recognize our prince, to recognize the King MisuZulu KaZwelithini. As we heard yesterday from the Prime Minister of AmaZulu, Prince Mangosuthu, saying that, well, whatever has been happening, the divisions don't change anything. You know, the king is already on the throne. They are ready to support him all the way.
Okay, that's my colleague there giving us a background in terms of this crucial, story that we've been following as the SABC News. As of course, history is expected to unfold today as King MisuZulu KaZwelithini will be officially entering the kraal here at KwaKhangelamankengane Royal Palace. With that, Sim, it's back to you in studio and Lebo. Thank you.